Welcome to Subramani. Please subscribe, please hit the bell icon. Today I'm going to talk to you about what the investor really wants and why this is never taught in any classroom. Right. Basically, when a person manages your money or claims to be managing your money, your financial advisor or your bank relationship manager, they want to say they earned you money, and they earned you money because of the great actions that they took. But when you see a good investment advisor, he or she also understands the taxation. So when a good advisor tells a client that look, I created alpha by saving you taxes, it is actually much better than saying I created alpha by choosing this fund. That is not true, because it was luck, or some relationship manager from the AMC had reached out and therefore he sold that fund, or there was an NFO or something like that. There's no great logic or choice he made. But when a person saves tax, it sounds much better than saying I earned you money. Right. So that is one thing which I've learned over a period of time when I interact with people who are investors and those who are advisors, that the taxation is ignored. And even today, many people, including advisors, don't realize the three stages of taxation of investments. One is the 10%, which is equity, then the 20% with indexation, which is 35% equity, and the balance could be anything else, right? Could be a multi-asset class where 35% is in Indian equity and the rest is, it could still be volatile, could be risky, but I'm talking of a second mode of taxation. And third, when everything is taxed as capital gain and just added to your income. Many people miss the second one and say, oh, debt is now taxed at full rates, right? So not understanding taxation is a big thing, and being able to say in which packet should this money be, where will it earn better, right? So should you be investing in your children's name, should you be creating an AUP, HUF, should you be investing in your parents' name, should you be investing your parents' money and using your money for expenses? All this together creates an extra alpha, which many people do not know, right? So how much money you make for the client is not as important as how much money you make for the client post tax. Many people do not understand this, and especially if there is a chartered accountant who is filing returns who does not know, he keeps saying, oh, this guy is taking too much risk for you, why are you doing this, and stuff like that. And well, it is his ability or her ability to understand or not understand. So how much you pay, how much you earn after tax and after inflation is a question to ask. And for that, how much risk are you willing to take? Now take a case of a 70-year-old person with 70 crores of money. Honestly, this person need not take any risk. Nothing can happen. Whatever can go wrong, or nothing will change anything, because this person need not worry about inflation. There is enough corpus. 70 crores kept in the savings bank account and spent regularly for the rest of his or her life is good enough. There is no need to do anything else, right? We may still do it because you want to create wealth for the people who are going to be there after that person's death. But the need to do anything like that does not arise. It's not necessary at all, right? Do people ever call up and say, I want to buy financial services? Can you do this for me? Can you do my wealth management? I doubt whether people use such words. And whether any client ever approaches a financial advisor and says, look, you have to create alpha for me, and if you don't create alpha, what is the fun? This kind of conversation happen only in textbooks and classrooms. End customers are not interested in this. They are more interested in knowing whether whether they will be able to meet their goals, and whether their goals are reasonable, right? And what is the expectation they should have. I know CEOs who had 30% return expectation from markets, and when you ask them, you attend board meetings, you see what is your ROCE, RONW, right? How do you expect to get 30% CAGR in your equity investments? And then they are stumped, and then they come down to a more reasonable 12, 11, 13, 14 kind of percentage, right? So these kind of formulae do not exist that you will get 14% or 15%, nor do clients want it. It is just in the mind of mutual funds, banks, insurance companies, that they package it in such a complicated way that the end customer does not want it. The intermediary who is talking about it thinks he is doing a profound job of talking about alpha, beta, and or smart beta and things like that. It is absolutely unnecessary, totally unnecessary, I would say. In fact, all the client needs is perhaps 1 or 2 or 3 funds and nothing beyond that. Unfortunately, we will have the industry making so many products, and some products are useful like child plan and pension plan, so that the client knows exactly why this is being invested. Other clients are not so communicative, so they will say, I have 40 lakhs to invest, and what should I do? They are not very clear whether this is for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whether they want to take risk, not take risk, what is the purpose of investing. When they don't know, then largely it has to be a multi-cap fund or a multi-asset fund, depending on the time frame that they are willing to take. So also, when you find a fund manager who is normally shy, who does not come out to talk, it means some NFO is coming, or there are redemptions happening, and the CIO and the CMO have no clue how to stop it. And then therefore they are now trying to talk to the market and trying to tell the market, don't go away, we are revamping our equity team, we are revamping our debt team, whatever it means. And that is the purpose, right? So I prefer fund managers who talk regularly rather than fund managers who talk only when there is a crisis.